Hey everyone, I am Simba Boy and we're back with another video. This time around, I would want to make a video for those aspiring managers because I've been getting messages from friends and other acquaintances on how to start their journey in Axie Infinity, and I think they really want to get started with this game. So in checking if this is for you, for me the most logical way is to make your own SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So we use this technique or ability study to see if it's right for you. So for me, I just made this a while ago. The strengths of this game is that I can earn while playing games. Number 2, monetize investments. Because before, my investments were in crypto that were just in wallets, staking. So instead of staking, you get to play a game, and I get to play this game and somewhat of fun game to play, so it's good. A good investment for me. Also, the returns are better than just staking. So for number 3, help others earn too. I'm lucky to have my first scholar, Naldi, been my teammate in Mobile Legends since 2018. Siya yung funny user ng squad namin. So alam kong mabilis ang pick up niya sa mga games na ganito. Papakita ko yung mga few highlights niya, mga few gameplay highlights sa stream ko before. So pakita ko somewhere here. I-freeze paint ko ang video, then i-play ko yung stream highlights.
An ally has slain the turtle. Shut down. Mega kill. Double kill. Wiped out.
Just an update. For all of our scholars already got 150 for today. So ahot na lang yung kulelat na 117 average. Others 150. That's good then. So congrats to Naldi, Niall, Chabs, Jack, Nixie, and Renz. Especially to Renz. Renz, first day pa lang niya, 300 SLP kagad. Congrats sa'yo, Renz. Good work. Number 4 is compounding interest. By compounding interest, I mean each month, I would not, like what I did earlier, I would not pull out any of my investments. I'll just reinvest it into ETH so that I would be able to buy more teams next month. So I think with the current prices of ETH, Ethereum and SLP, hopefully SLP would rise in the near future. I would be able to get 3 to 4, hopefully 4, we'll see. So as I said earlier, 2 months ROI. This is a strength and also a weakness. Number 6, big time investors in Axie Infinity. By big time investors, I mean there are many corporations who invest in it. So you can see here, this is Crunchbase. It shows Axie Infinity as an organization. And if you scroll down in the investors part, you can see many funds, capitals, brands that have invested in Axie Infinity. So they did 3 funding rounds with a total amount of $9 million total funded. The first round was on August 2, 2019. The seed round, number of investors, they only had 1 investor. Second round was on November 7, 2019. Had 5 investors. And the most recent round was on May 11, 2021, Series A, with 5 investors. If you scroll down, I don't think it will show all. But here you can see who has invested in Axie. For those that are into basketball, one name will stand out, which is Mark Cuban. So we can check out his profile later. Since this is also individual, I wanted to check Alexis Ohanian. So let's go to Alexis Ohanian first. You can see he invested both in Guy Mavis and Axie Infinity. Guy Mavis is the company of Axie Infinity, so it's both the same. So he raised 7.5 million. What I do not like to see here is his investment in March 23, 2021, which is BitClout. For me, this is not a good investment. BitClout is like a... Open it. BitClout is a cryptocurrency type of blockchain that is like Twitter. So it sells your profile for a amount. There are a lot of famous people that have profiles in BitClout that they don't know of, and they're surprised that there was a existing profile of them. So if you're gonna invest in cryptocurrencies, there are other cryptocurrencies better than BitClout. Post this. Next is Mark Cuban. So as I said earlier, there are 9 million total funding amount in 3 rounds. Number 8, Mark Cuban as a Series A investor. And 9 for other Series A investors. So more people investing in something it would be better. But you should take this with a grain of salt, because not all investments of Mark Cuban succeed. There was one such investment that he made a month ago. It is called Iron Finance. Iron Finance did a liquidity pool on the Ethereum network. So from this article, it says here Iron Titanium token, or Titan, a share token of DeFi protocol that was once worth 2 billion, has fallen to near zero. The token was recently changing hands for around Wednesday's high of 65 fallout, which has been swift, and the token has brought the project to its knees. So what happened here was they made a algorithmic stablecoin tied to their Titan coin. Yes, you can see here the project was attempting to boot a partially collateralized stablecoin known as Iron. Stablecoin in turn consists of Circle and Coinbase's stablecoin USDC, as well as Titan, and was pegged to $1. Stablecoins are the currencies whose values is attached to finance assets such as commodities. Stablecoins are the currencies whose values is attached to financial assets such as commodities. Government issued currencies in a bid to keep them stable. What happened here with Iron is that as I said earlier, they made an algorithmic stablecoin which only has 75% in USDC. So 75% of the dollar, all that they have. So the other 25% is based up on just algorithms in their code, which, as you may or may not know, is a hard thing to do, because one wrong line of code would be disastrous for anyone. What happened here was there are a lot of people pulling out. A lot of people put in money when Mark Cuban tweeted about it. Anyway, it's hard to find that specific tweet right now, since I think Mark has tweeted a lot. But this is what happened. They were, first off, Iron Finance is a liquidity pool. Like, you just stake your tokens, and they offer huge amounts of return, like 1,000 or 1,000 APY or APY. So once you see those kinds of returns, it's best to stay away, because that's not good. That's not healthy, and you know that's gonna be a scam. So Mark, when he saw that, he was very excited, and I don't know if he was just new to the concept of liquidity pools, or he knows someone there. But what he did was like what Elon has been doing. He talked about it and told everyone to invest in it. So you can see its rise was pretty steep. Once you see a rise that's very steep, you must expect to go down again. So when people were happy with their returns already, they started selling. So when people started selling, more people started selling. And as I said earlier, one wrong line of code in their coding would be disastrous, since their token, their stablecoin, is not totally backed by USDC. It was only backed by 75. What happened here was people started selling, and dropped all the way down to nearly zero. But I think this is not the latest, because I know it went back up to 75, since 75% of it was backed by the stablecoin. Anyway, so to make the long story short, it is best to take this at a grain of salt and not invest purely just because Mark Cuban invested. You should do your own research and base it from there. So we have 9 points for strengths. Weaknesses, it's time consuming. It's time consuming for new players. And if you are not familiar with the concept of turn-by-turn gameplay, I'm not quite sure if that's the right term, you would find it a little bit challenging. But if you play other games, it's gonna be easy for you. Next is indirect proportional to my aesthetic goals: lack of sleep, lack of calorie consumption. So there were times that the server was down and I had to wait until midnight to start playing, sometimes 3 AM. So it wasn't really healthy for me in the first few days. So if you need any tips on how to achieve your aesthetic goals, you can visit my online coaches YouTube page. Shout out to Jacob Alava for helping me with my 3-month transformation. So for number 3, ROI 2 months. As I said earlier, it was a strength to be an ROI for just only 2 months. But that also means that that's 2 months that I won't be able to use that money for other things. but that's okay. I think that will be like a 0.5 weakness or something, but I just rounded it up to one point. So there, that's my third point. My fourth point is possibility of being fished if not careful. As I said, in blockchain, in cryptocurrency sphere, one small mistake, your entire assets might disappear. So it's always best to double check, triple check what you're copying is correct, and to check the URL. There should not be any address here. If there's an address, if there's an ETH address towards the latter part of the URL, close it, then reopen another window, double check if that's the official page of the wallet or the exchange. Okay, so here -4. So that's our strength and weaknesses. Strength and weaknesses are based on internal, on yourself. Opportunities and threats are external, which means things that are not under your control. So for opportunities, I have 3 points. First is to grow and nurture an open community based on Axie Infinity. So as I said, this is not internal but external, and it's always nice to meet new friends, new people, new communities in this game. Number 2 is to be financially free in X number of years. It all depends on how this game grows, how SLP maintains its price or even grows, how Ethereum grows, how the entire cryptocurrency market grows. So this is what I said earlier. Number 3, so to grow with cryptocurrency markets here. So it's +3 for me here and opportunities. For threats, I listed 5 points. First point is Philippine regulation on crypto market. Second point is volatility, cryptocurrency. Third is Ronin wallet down. Fourth is server issue, DDoS. Fifth is possibilities of rug pull by the team. So for number 1, Philippine regulation on crypto market, this does not goes for Axie Infinity itself, but on the whole cryptocurrency market. Since first we don't want to be taxed as much as possible for our gains or losses. We lose, of course, not going to get taxed, but if we gain a percentage, we're most likely in the near future, Philippines would find a way to tax everyone who holds cryptocurrencies. So in the States, I think they get taxed per transaction. So you trade, you get taxed. Draw, you get taxed. Deposit, you get taxed. So what I did earlier with MetaMask, how many transactions did I do? From Ronin to MetaMask, that's 1. And from MetaMask to Binance, that's 2. Then I traded, that's 3. I traded, then I put it back 4. So you get taxed 4 times. But I think there's a way that you can pay all those taxes once you retire using a platform. But that's not important for us since we're here in the Philippines. For number 2, volatility of cryptocurrencies. As you can see, open coin market cap, Bitcoin. Okay. So I've opened Bitcoin and CoinMarketCap, and you can see it's really volatile. So as you can see here, cryptocurrency is really volatile, so it goes up, goes down, goes up, down. I entered the market sometime December of 2017, around 20,000, near the top, or the top exactly. And I've ridden cryptos all the way down 3,000 and all the way back up. What is important with crypto is to practice the principle of dollar cost average. So if you DCA every month, every week, so often, it's gonna be impossible to be down. So I'll discuss it next time if that's an interesting topic to have. But right now, I'll much rather concentrate on Axie Infinity. So number 3 is Ronin Wallet down. Sometimes they have upgrades needed for the Ronin Wallet. So with the amount of new users, you need to keep on upgrading the wallet to serve the players better. And so goes for number 4, server issues. When I started playing the game, that was the week that they were being DDoSed because they're getting too big and the amount of players that were signing up for the game was extravagant. So I think there were some hackers that wanted their servers to go down, and I think it took like 3 days for them to fix their servers. So that's also one reason why I was only able to get 1,705, and that's why my average is only 117, because the first few days that I played was Friday, July 16, 17, 18. I wasn't able to play at all. Only got around 100 SLP total on those 3 days. So that's also one threat. 5th threat, of course, with all investments and all uncertainty in this year, because you never know, I listed down possibility of a rug pull by the team. Rug pull being that they leave, you won't be able to access your funds. Pretty much they steal all your assets. So that's 5 points on threats. So that's -5. But we can add them all up. 9 minus 4 plus 3 minus 5. 9. 12 minus 9 plus 3. I'm still in the positive, so it's a go for me. Maybe you guys should try it out. Make one for yourself and see if it's a good investment. If you have any other questions, please leave it in the comment section below. I will try to answer them if I know the answer. And yeah, thanks for watching.